Hi guys, and welcome to another episode. Thank you to Soccerworld for letting us film today. Me and Nef do sessions out with Soccerworld, so yes, we're familiar with the spot. But if you're listening and you want to get down for a couple of football sessions and stuff, we've got a special guest, Nef, on. Yeah, so yeah.
Special guest has been on twice in.
The special guest who's been on twice, who's one of our mates, who is no longer a special guest, but. Again,
just a guest, if
yeah,
not.
part of the furniture.
Yeah, part of the furniture. No, it's a bit of a rundown. It's been it's been 2 weeks since Premier League's been.
Yeah, we've had the England, Greece.
Well, not a week, just over a week in it. So well, I've just come back from United games today. 1-2-1 Brentford.
Go on the United.
Get on.
Yeah, so we're filming this one a little bit later on as well. So you just got back
this
from
is
the
very,
game.
very late for us, but it's fine because I said the episode would be out today, and the episode is going to be out today.
Yeah.
A later one on Saturday. Going into Sunday morning, more than likely.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, a lot's happened, innit? A lot has happened, but more just a general question to get us going. What team has impressed you the most so far this year? 8 games in.
I like Chelsea, you know.
Yeah.
Do you reckon?
I just like watching them play football. It's an
Do you love
exciting game.
football?
It's an exciting game. Even if they win or lose, it's a good game.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
They're playing exciting football, aren't they? Especially with Cole Palmer and things like that. They're playing. Yeah, they're beating teams by, marginal goals as well, aren't they?
Well, I actually had an argument last weekend about is Cole Palmer the best player in the league and the best player in the world.
Well, we actually had this argument this morning.
Yes, we did.
This argument this morning.
Right,
and
Verdi, is he the best player in the world?
No.
You said he was.
I
was.
said, based off form alone, is Cole Palmer the best player on this planet right now? Nef says no. I said, right, well, we can't argue. I believe yes. I don't think there's an argument even. I don't think there's even an argument for anybody else. Go on, who else?
The likes of the fucking Real Madrid players.
Do you think...
He thinks Vinicius Junior is better than Cole Palmer.
No, but do you think it's because he's not this big superstar name?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because he's not Kylian Mbappe and he doesn't roll off the tongue because it's Cole Palmer.
Listen,
And he's a bit of an idiot in his
I said this
interviews.
to him. Do you watch any other league but the Premier League?
No, that is...
That's what I mean. It's a bit
Other than
like,
Champions
I'll be
League.
the same. I'm biased
Yeah,
because I don't watch La Liga. I don't watch Bundesliga.
That is
Serie
true.
A.
I understand. I absolutely agree, which is where the bias comes in. But I think that based off solely what I know, my knowledge, I think Cole Palmer because of what I watch. Vinicius Junior, he's tearing up, isn't he? And he's probably again longevity. Absolutely, he's won a Champions League, he's won the bloody lot. But Cole Palmer this season, and in terms of form goes, I don't see a player who's
Depends
in
how
better
far
form
you
than
take.
Cole Palmer. But
Depends how far you take form along. Like how many games ago?
That is true.
Like
That is very true.
how far ago do you use the form from?
This season,
Because no one would have said this until he got 4 goals in one game.
I understand that.
You get that?
Yeah, of course.
True.
Yeah.
Well, he had a good season last year, didn't he? To carry
Yeah,
the very
but like
poor
there's
Chelsea
a lot of players who had a good season last year. Like I said, Vinny Junior,
Yeah,
the Bellinghams.
yeah.
I think Bellingham's overrated, but
That's a whole different topic.
that is
Yeah.
a very, very big statement to make, isn't it?
Bellingham.
I think he's...
Well, Job and Jude, the two.
No, I don't know about Joe, but I mean, I watched him. But Jude, I think he's got... I think he's...
Doesn't matter.
I think he's...
Yeah,
If
everyone
Jude
thinks he's some
Bellingham...
fun.
If Jude Bellingham is, like, from anywhere else, if he's, like,
Right.
Slovakian
Right,
and he's played in the Serie A, I think you're putting him, like, 9 goal in. You're not... He's not this star-studded superstar.
But he plays for Real Madrid.
Is he
He
good
is
enough to-
English.
Is he good enough to have his own bloody boot?
You earn it, don't you?
You get your
But
PR
for
though.
what? Do you think he's? Do you
He
think
plays for Real Madrid.
Because
He's a Galactico. He's won the Champions League.
Yeah, but do you think he's? Do you think he's on the likes of? This is a big name to you, but Michael Jordan in terms of having your own shoe.
Right.
Yeah.
So I
like
think,
Ronaldo.
Yeah. So what you've got to understand is that Jude Bellingham, because he's so young, and I don't actually know. I think for a long time that Job and Jude, their agent was their own dad. I think that you've got to understand that if you've got that much clout, if you like, the word that we use nowadays, if you've got that much kind of eyes on you,
Yeah.
I did actually be stupid not to utilise that. The advert was shown before the Euros final. There was an Adidas advert out.
Yeah,
it was
that is
just
true.
solely Jude
With the
Bellingham.
Predators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now but I do
Where he
understand what you
steals the
mean.
boot.
Yeah, but he's definitely the JB. There's a new in terms of in terms of what you're saying with the Michael Jordan thing. There's a whole new kind of just collection, just Jude Bellingham, JB. Yeah, I think
something
so.
like
Yeah,
that.
it's
Released some new boots
Yeah, there's like
recently.
a special,
like,
kind
very
of thing.
recently, I know
Yeah,
that.
It's
yeah, there's
ridiculous.
like
I think it's
maybe even
ridiculous.
this morning, but yeah.
But It's like
industry plant.
like some of the kids are even the kids I coach. Some of them's got the new Joe Bellingham boots, and they're like, "Oh, I've got the new Bellingham boot." You know what I mean?
It's
So,
not-
like,
industry
the
plant. I'm
selling.
telling you, industry plant. They're just
PR
absolutely,
merchant.
yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
farming off who he is, and I don't think. But when it comes to football and ability, I don't think he's.
Start of the season last year though, he did.
Mm.
He did do very well. He got a lot of goals. A lot of. Have you watched the documentary?
He's got a documentary.
Yeah,
that says
on
all, doesn't
YouTube.
it?
Yeah. Well, I
It's
mean, he had a
yeah.
year for it. Like, if he's gonna have a season to do a documentary, it'd be that season.
Of course. it was-
Scored a lot of goals for a position like he is. Won a Champions League. Won a La Liga title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super Cup, I believe.
Yeah, Euros final.
Euros fact. Like that's a by a professional standard. That's a good season.
That is a very good season, but
Yeah.
I think that's the team he's in though.
Yes, but he's in them teams for a reason.
That is true.
Yeah, I mean,
But it's like,
Real Madrid just signed him for a reason, didn't they?
but that's like making Adidas, making Bernardo Silva the face of Adidas. They're not going to do that, are they? And he is better than Jude Bellingham, Bernardo Silva. And he's in just as equally as good side.
I like Bellingham.
I think it's absolute English PR.
I
Written all over it.
Do you think, to be fair, that's what I was going to say that actually when you said because English players who are rated higher than they actually are because they're English.
Yeah.
I mean, how many people are like that? Where they're a great player, but they're like
Yeah.
Slovakian, and you don't realise.
That's the whole team though, because English fans expect titles.
Yeah, of course they do because it's happened for
Regardless.
so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I expect titles when we don't really win them. but-
Exactly,
no.
like since what 66.
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
talking about that actually. Obviously, since the last episode came out, Thomas Tuchel obviously coming in as manager. I mean, it's going to be something that the audience are going to want to know. What are your opinions on a German manager coming to manage England?
Well, I was going to ask
Just
that question. Do you agree with foreign managers managing England?
I said this to Finn before, and he said it to me before. Imagine England sign Lamine Yamal. You know what I mean? Like, how can you have a foreigner running your country?
yeah, that's.
Like, nothing against.
I
but,
hope.
like,
I hope there's a debate. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to have English players,
Do you
have
agree
an
with it?
English manager.
No.
It's the Finn said you said these words to me. It's the best of the best
Yeah,
of your
in
country.
that country.
The best
Yeah.
manager, best team against. Imagine Germany, because Tuchel's German, against German's best manager,
Yeah.
German's best team.
Yeah.
It should be that.
I just think I said to someone the other day, I said when you got appointed, I said people as in. I just personally, when I look at it, you've got to bring the history into it because I just personally, from a historical point of view, you cannot have. There's still a generation that understood what the Germans did back in the day, and I know you can't really look at it. We're in a different time, but then also, what happens if Germany get England even in a knockout tie or in the final?
Right.
Is Tuchel going to turn around and say, yeah, boys, we need to. Is he going to play to beat them, or is there going to be a part of him
What's
that
the question
thinks
then? That is a question. Do you think that it's? Sorry, I didn't get your original kind
there's
of.
a conflict of
verdict.
interest?
Do you think that?
I don't agree with it at all. I don't
Oh,
agree
you
with
don't
it at
agree?
all.
Good.
The way you've just
Alright.
put it is perfect. There's a
Yeah,
conflict of interest.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's not an Englishman.
You're not allowed to be involved with a different business if you have had a past relationship with another business. You're not
Yeah.
from work.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to cross.
Yeah.
If you've had an interest in that, you're not allowed to have an interest. So, I mean, that definitely come into it. You get them in the semi-finals of the World Cup. There's got to be, and which I understand with the refs as well, which comes in exactly the same thing. You see, like Michael Oliver in like a Tottenham shirt, like when he was 7. That has got to come into the match. I think that is where kind of things we forget about it. Like there is unconscious bias. That is a thing.
Subconscious bias.
So,
that is
subconscious,
true.
like, unconscious, same sort of thing.
No, there is. Yeah, definitely. 'Cause
Definitely.
It's there's
You
no
went to Germany,
way.
you're thinking there's not a chance he's putting everything into that game.
Yeah, there's no way Thomas Tuchel is not wanting Germany to win that game.
Or even just
no
a little
way.
inkling of it.
If you're a football fan, like ourselves, you're a football fan. You want your country to do well.
Yeah.
When he's a football manager, he's going to love football. If he doesn't, there's something wrong. So he's going to love his country,
Yeah.
and he's managing a different country. I don't get in his head why you do that. To be honest,
No, neither. I think apparently there was talks of it's only an 18-month contract.
Yeah.
However, I still just don't think.
What's
I
the
don't
point
agree
though?
with it.
What's the
Yeah.
point if
Here's
he's
a
going to be
question-
replaced?
yeah.
What's,
It's just a
what's
PR,
Here's
the point?
another
yeah.
question for you as well, which kind of links to to yourself as well, Nathan. What you do outside of football, I was going to say, but then obviously football's job. You obviously have your coaching badges, so as do I.
Yes.
The FA obviously not fund them because we fund them, and then the FA provide us with them. Mm-hmm. But you've got a level 1 coaching, level 2, level 3,
It's
UEFA B,
UEFA C, you know.
UEFA. But you go all the way through that, right? And the FA provide that. Mm-hmm. Why on earth aren't the FA employing somebody who has been through that, and who were employing somebody who is English, who has been through that process? Do you know what I mean? Like, you're pumping money into it. The FA put loads of money into it. There's courses, there's open days, there's educational videos, there's all sorts of things, so that you become a better coach. As do us,
Yeah.
as do we. Sorry,
You're right in that sense.
So I don't understand why, personally, if they're a business at the end of the day, there's no looking past that. Why they aren't employing somebody that has been through the process that you've got to do to, Thomas Tuchel will have got all the same qualifications, if not more, than an English manager would have. And I just think that, Eddie Howe,
I think it comes to experience at that point.
Of course it does. I just think that
they haven't
maybe...
even tapped up Eddie Howe. He came out yesterday. I did find it. They didn't even contact me. Whether I believe that or not.
Would you want Eddie Howe in charge?
Well, that's a different.
Who's the option?
I know that's the thing. This is the.
Lee Carsley.
This is
that's got to be a name. No, I'm not saying that.
This is like.
He's another English manager who was in talks.
No,
if you play devil's advocate, it's like who's. Is there any good English managers? See, back to like the point I made last time I was on this.
No.
It's like for one every. No.
Oh.
For every one qualified coach, there's 60 are there. Yeah. It's like
is that in Spain?
we don't have that supply of great football coaches. We don't have like the Jose Mourinho's, the Pep Guardiola's, the Carlo Ancelotti's. We don't have that in England.
We don't. We definitely don't.
Like even when you're saying that Eddie Howe, you don't think top tier manager.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean? You don't think like them goat names.
I'm going to be a little bit of devil's advocate here, but then equally, we don't have Erling Haaland to play striker. All right, okay, we'll just get Erling Haaland because we haven't got a striker. Okay, well then fine.
But you've got Harry Kane, and we haven't got. If say in the middle, if you don't have Pedri, we haven't got Alisson. We don't. But Pickford does a job. We've got a good team. We've got a great 11. We've got a great 11.
That's why I'm coming to with the whole manager thing. We haven't got a good English manager, so we'll go elsewhere. You can't do that with players. You can't go. We haven't got a good right wing, so we may as well, we'll go tamper with Portugal.
Wait, right. So, this is the thing. My dad actually said to me. He said, why, probably half taking the piss, why can't they just loan a manager for 6 months? End of the season, Pep Guardiola, you want to come and do a job for us for the fucking World Cup?
Same with that though.
There's probably a legal reason where you definitely can't do that.
Again, conflict of interest, probably.
But
same with that though, like Pep's Spanish. We've just played Spain in the Euros final. Imagine that happened again in the World Cup.
Pep Guardiola was the only foreign manager I would take because you were guaranteed a trophy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Over a certain time.
Still the same principle of he's a manager. He's from a different country.
Yes.
His passport is Spanish.
Yes.
Yeah. You get what I mean? England's got a pass with Germany, obviously, but it's the same with any manager from anywhere. No, but it's the same with any manager from it.
Two page rockets.
I just want an English.
Sometimes.
You just want an English manager for an English team, but other countries do it and it works. But
no, I mean, for goodness sake, we had that. We've had managers in the past who haven't been English.
Capello,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I know, but it's not.
Capello.
Yeah, but sticking to the topic of managers, what do we think about? There's been rumours about female managers in men's football because I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
Go watch what I say.
Well, I don't think necessarily. I think if they believe, I think you're allowed to say it.
Well, if they qualify for the job, yeah, but I don't know any female man. I don't watch women's football that much. Sorry, but
the Emma, whatever she's called, who won it all with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Give it a go. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
But
it's the same with men managers. Like Phil Neville had the England women's team at one point.
Right.
It's the same with men being in the women's spot. But it just depends for the players.
However,
if the men's players are going to listen to a female manager, that's what the FA need to sort out. That's nothing on the fans, the players. Yeah. That's what
I think. There's an honesty across the board that if a club don't employ a female manager because they won't work, it is just the same as not employing a male manager because they wouldn't work. Do you know what I mean? If you don't want to employ a female manager because you don't think that'll work with that group of players, well, what's to say that you didn't employ that male manager because you didn't think they were going to work with that group of players either? Do you know what I mean? I think that's across the board as well. Then it should need to be said. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. It's the same with. I mean, it's going into kind of not world problems, but it's going outside of football as well, isn't it?
I don't think it is outside football. I think women's football and men's football is a different
It's a different sport.
Yeah, it's a
Absolutely different ball
sport.
game.
Yeah.
Women's play on too big of a pitch and too big nets. If you see some of the goals they actually concede,
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything against women's football. Both my sisters play football. I'm not taking anything against women's football. But when you actually watch the pace of the game and the level of it, it's not near to the men's yet, and that is exactly the reason why the stadiums aren't filled out, and that's why it's still not going to be the
And
same.
I'd like to say as well, by the way, I'd like to say I would love for that to happen.
Yeah.
I'd love for
Yeah.
the stadiums to be filled
Yeah.
out. I think that's what a lot of people
It's
think.
brilliant for the clubs.
I think a lot of people think that men or boys, like myself, think, we're against women's football, we're against women, we're all this. No, I would absolutely love for when the St James's Park was filled. When the Newcastle women played,
Newcastle went
absolutely
pro.
brilliant,
I think
absolutely
they went pro
amazing,
that day.
brilliant. But I just don't think because the quality isn't there, the stadiums aren't
reckon,
filled. I just think it's a fact. I don't think I personally would love it, but it just isn't happening
Do you
yet.
reckon it needs to? You know how like junior football, like boys, like it goes from 5, 7, 9. Do you reckon girls need to be lowered, like 9v9?
That's what I'm saying. I think it needs to be.
Do you reckon it needs to be
nine-
nine-side football?
I mean, it'd be more exciting, wouldn't it?
I think
Well,
it needs to be
any football. would, but-
9-a-side net and a little bit of a smaller pitch because I just don't think.
Or make a
There's difference.
completely different game almost.
It's
And
not
and
because
it's
it's
not
like it's
different.
like under 15 boys football.
It is, yeah.
But then
But
you
then
class
you-
it as
You take the
I don't
integrity
think.
away from the
but
sport.
Going back to the subject of what we're speaking of, I don't think a female manager could come in and take the stick like Gareth Southgate took. That's maybe me being absolutely out on a gun here. However, I think there's a different
Yeah.
kettle of fish being in the men's game to the women's game because women are all like everyone supports everyone in the women's game, whereas in the men's game
Oh yeah.
today Joshua Zirkzee, I'm just referring to the game I've just watched, came on for 20 minutes and I've never seen a worse performance from a striker in 20 minutes than I have today. And everyone was hounding him in that stadium, and we were 2-1 up, and we won, and he was still getting fucking grief for being a donkey.
Yeah.
Do you reckon? I think I don't know about myself, but you two. But being an England manager is one of, if not the hardest footballing job in the world.
I think it's a poison chalice, mate.
yeah,
I think it's
and if-
absolutely.
Obviously, there isn't them eyes.
You can't win.
There isn't that publicity on the women's game yet. But that'd be a big jump going from women's to like the press of the men's.
Yeah.
You get that?
Yeah.
Like that'd be hard for anyone.
I think we've talked about the kind of the coverage that you get as a manager, and I think that it's even changing now. I don't know if you've seen in recent news that they're going to do half-time interviews with substitution players.
Absolutely
and
ridiculous.
I mean, it is just you
Utter
cannot
woke
escape it.
nonsense.
You cannot
Utter
escape
woke
it.
nonsense.
Yeah, it's absolutely. I think that should be the title of this.
Utter woke nonsense.
It's really utter woke nonsense.
There's
And that is not. And
absolutely-
again, that is actually that is not to say that female football is woke. I just think that because a lot of people would think that, but I just think it's really difficult because you can't. There's nothing right to say, which is exactly like the managers.
I'm sorry, but
There's
it's
nothing
not.
to say.
We're trying to Americanise our sport, and I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but half to.
That's what we've grown up
You
with.
know, we've all played football before. When if you've had a bad first half,
Yeah.
or you're losing at half time, the last thing you want to be doing is coming off and you've got fucking someone with
Yeah,
a microphone
Sky
in your
Sports.
face. You almost want to say, "Fuck off, mate.
Yeah.
Let us play.
And
Let
there's
us
gonna
do.
be-
Let
there's gonna
us
be a
do my
couple of
job."
There's going to be a couple of them. There's going to be a couple where you're 2-0 down. Also, the performance hasn't been good enough. What do you think about the performance? Do one. There's going to be a couple. There's going to be a couple.
the edit.
Yeah, you
It's like- yeah,
it's a disgrace.
Yeah,
Well, it's like
disgrace.
it's like commentators. It's like
I prefer
something.
not to speak. Yeah, it's literally
Commentators. If imagine any bloody stuttering, it's like, "Oh, how do you feel about fucking stuttering at the 32nd minute?" And then they're interviewing.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
I
like
know, yeah.
you're gonna think, "Let's do my job, mate." Everyone.
exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Everyone has a bad game.
Yeah, absolutely. I think utter woke nonsense needs to be the title, and I think that. No, I do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Nonsense.
There's a lot. I mean, I'm trying to think of other kind of things that have come into the game. Yeah, that are, that are kind of unique and different. Here's one for you now. While Luke's checking. Conspiracy theories in football.
Right.
I think I touched on one of these, and you
That's
weren't
exactly
particularly-
what I'm pulling up here.
Is it?
A little bit.
Go on. Give it
So
a
we
go.
touched on one of these today. When we were coaching,
Yes.
and I said to one of the, both the kids that we had, I said, Burnley don't have an away kit. And Nathan, you know,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
Nathan
I
been
said
Nathan.
straight away.
He said, yeah, but they were white. They were white. Finn, shut up. And I was like, oh, right, cheers.
I've seen like a Premier League Burnley white away kit.
Yeah, he has. Right, fair enough.
When
But,
they
I mean,
play like Villa at home or something.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Finn's just
Pull some up. Anyway,
Finn's utter
Luke's got
nonsense.
some because we organised this before we filmed and we said we were going to pull up a couple and I've seen a couple, but
This is the first one. Obviously, it's a shoe one. Arsenal was named after Arsene Wenger.
I thought for a long time when
I think we're not old enough to know before that though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
Arsenal. I was like
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
I was like,
Because
right.
we're that age where
Yeah,
it was the
100%,
Arsene Wenger
100%.
era.
Thomas Muller has been 32 since 2010. I think that he's one of the oldest men, but he's not.
He's 32.
Yeah.
Oh, he's been around for ages, man.
Yeah.
He hasn't changed either.
Go on, there was a couple you said.
Alvaro Morata is part of a money laundering scheme by big clubs. Same for bloody Chopo Moting, I think.
Yeah.
He's from Stoke,
Yeah.
fucking Bayern
PSG.
Munich,
Yeah,
PSG.
PSG.
Morata's been what? Chelsea, Juve, Atleti.
Oh, mate.
Where
The
else?
rest. And the rest.
Anywhere else?
Chelsea, Atletico, Juve,
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid.
Madrid, yeah. Real. Yeah. he's been-
Aguero's goal versus QPR in 2012 was rigged.
right,
Go on.
listen.
Here we go.
So, because United fan, obviously, Luke,
Yeah.
yeah. I think QPR knew they were safe,
Yeah.
so they just thought, fuck it.
Well, fucking
Right,
Ladder
who
got
gives a
sent
shit?
off, stupidly got sent off, and it wasn't a red card, didn't he? I can't. You not.
I've heard the
asked me,
podcast. It was a fullback who took a throw in or something. Oh, can't find his name on, but he said they knew they were safe at the point. They've been told.
Yeah,
You could
I've
hear it
seen
around the
that.
stadium.
I have seen that. Yeah,
so
I have seen
they obviously know they're safe. It doesn't matter if they finish 17th or 16th. Like, who gives a cat's cock? You know what I mean?
that. Yeah.
So like, they're safe, so they don't care.
So it's
So
all
like,
in.
yeah.
Yeah. Sir Alex
I'd
Ferguson.
hope so. For that one, I'd hope that's not true because I think it's one of the best
Absolute
moments.
travesty. Well, 115 charges. So
Doesn't matter really though. If you
Hmm?
finish 17th or 16th,
What do you mean?
well, you're still in the Premier League. Like, no one cares.
No, but the Aguero goal is like he's got to be up there with doing some of the best Premier League.
Well,
I know
as
that.
Yeah,
a
no,
United fan, I'm
but-
not going to say that.
as a manager,
you know that, though.
QPR manager will want to finish 16th, not 17th. I'd like to think because then there's
They might hate
5
Man
teams
United.
below
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
You might hate Man United.
I think that's one of those ones where I don't know. There's no winning,
No.
is there?
Sir Alex Ferguson needs to swap Fabio and Raphael at half time to get an extra sub. I actually believe that could be true. I genuinely could believe that could be true.
Nah,
Well,
surely not.
Well, that's illegal.
I do
Yeah.
remember them two though. They were just like
They were mint.
the same
Squad
person.
players, that's exactly what United misses today in this day and age, but I'm not getting onto that. Liverpool have always played a promoted team first game of the Premier League season.
Yeah,
Absolutely believe this.
I even
Absolutely.
remember like
if
4
Norwich
years
get
ago they played Norwich.
if
at home
Norwich
first
get
game.
promoted, they play Norwich. It's absolutely fixed. It's Liverpool always play a promoted team.
Oh,
They always
surely
do.
you'll have to.
It's
Someone's
hard-
going to have to search.
Right. Here's one for
Someone's
you.
gonna have to
That's
play
a harder game.
Wolves at home
That's a
this
harder
season,
game than
first game
Fulham at
season.
home.
Yeah.
You what?
Norwich at home, first game. Norwich away, the first game of the season is
I
a
always
harder
say-
game than Fulham at home.
I would say the first 5 games against promoted teams are always the hardest games for you because
course.
you, especially going away, because you never know what's going to turn up.
Ipswich
The
at
atmosphere,
home.
everyone's up for it.
Ipswich at home, first game of the season.
You got-
Ipswich away, sorry, first game of the season. They've been promoted 20 years,
Yeah.
and we played them, and it wasn't an easy game.
Nenilsworth
Luton,
Road, whatever it's called, for
yeah.
Luton,
Kind
was
of
a hard place to go last
Yeah.
season.
Yeah,
They
of
got
course it was.
relegated, but they didn't
that
deserve
small
to.
of a stadium.
Mate, I remember the Arsenal game. I remember watching that live, like on the TV, and I remember thinking, "Wow!" And it took a.
Casemiro randomly appeared at Real Madrid. Nobody knows where he came from.
Yeah, where did he come from?
Flamengo, I think.
How old was he when he moved from there?
You what?
How old was he when he moved from
Oh, he's a bit
Flamengo?
young, like 19, isn't it?
Really? He hasn't. He was with Real Madrid for like 12 years.
Yeah,
Oh, stupid time.
yeah.
Really?
He won a lot though,
Something
didn't he?
like that,
Like
yeah, he won a
nine,
lot.
Yeah, but
8 or 9
12
trophies.
years, that's a long time.
Shaqiri only plays football at international tournaments.
Class.
Apart from Liverpool. and stuff.
This is what I will. This is one that is definitely true. Trent Alexander-Arnold is the only defender who simply cannot defend. Absolutely true. Never seen a worse fullback at defending in my life.
Don't need to get into that
Duffin
argument.
is a better fullback than him.
You what?
Duffin is a better fullback than him.
Really? In the whole world? There's not a better fullback than Trent.
Mm.
Really?
Right back. There's not a better right back.
What?
I think there's better right backs than left backs.
Do you think there's a better right back than
I
Trent?
would rather have Wan-Bissaka than Trent.
Well, I wouldn't go that
Never.
far. I'd say,
I would.
I'd say Carvajal.
Carvajal, Kyle
Yeah, but-
Walker, Reece James.
Scored
when
a
he's
header in the
fit. I
Champions
know.
League final. He's got a header in the Champions League final. He
Reece
won the
Ja-
Euros.
Reece
He's up for
James
the Ballon
on his
d'Or
fifth.
shout. Apart from Bellingham, I think Carvajal's the favourite. He might be the favourite for the Ballon d'Or.
I always put it down to, this is really going off topic to what we were originally speaking about. When it comes to fullbacks, and I said this today to someone at the United game, you're a fullback, your job is to defend your man. Trent cannot do it. What do you mean?
Pause a
It's
sec,
not.
pause it. What?
It isn't.
What do you mean it
What's
isn't?
your job? What's your job then as a fullback?
In a back four, not a back five.
You're going back a sec, man. The whole fullback role has completely changed since Trent Alexander-Arnold graced the pitch.
Why do you think they don't formation?
Yes, it has.
Shut
Of
the
course it has.
Shut the fuck up. Why do you think the formations aren't 2-4-5-1? Because
Right.
they're a back four. There are four
Pep
defence.
Guardiola started playing football where you would have right backs, wing backs that were inverted, that were right-footed, left backs.
So it was Pep Guardiola and not Trent for a start. So you've just went back
So
on
it was
your own point.
Cancelo.
And yeah, it was
You mean-
Cancelo, which it definitely was.
Well, that's
And
a left
however,
back. So
no,
first
he's
of all,
not. He was a right back before. He was a
for
right
a long
back.
period of time.
He was a right back then
Yeah.
because he's right-footed and he is inverted. He played him left back so he could come inside onto his good
so
foot.
where was he inverted then? Was he inverted at right back?
He
or
was
he
inverted.
at
Right,
left back?
listen, you fucking dweeb. All right, he was playing right back, and then because he's right-footed,
Yeah.
and this whole inverted role came
he
along,
went to left back.
he was left back.
Yeah.
So when he came inside,
Yeah.
which Pep wanted, it was onto
Yeah,
his
it was onto
stronger
his strong
right
foot.
foot.
Absolutely.
Right, listen now. Trent a right back.
Yeah.
This inverted shit
He's not inverted,
brings him
he's
inside
left-
onto
he's
his
right-footed.
left.
He's
Yes,
right.
but if
Yeah.
you're right and you come inside, if you're touching it that way, you're onto your left, aren't
Right.
you?
Exactly my
Yeah.
point. It's not inverted. There's no inverted.
So what is it then?
There's nothing
How-
inverted about Trent.
he's
He's attacking.
This is the point I'm going to make.
He's a dweeb.
How
That's what he
much?
is.
How many times did prime Virgil van Dijk and Alisson
Yeah,
and
cover,
like
cover him.
bail Trent out?
Yes.
Yeah.
But how often did he make mistakes? He
100
cost you
times.
the league. He cost you a league when he's lost by a point. I can almost remember because he got absolutely walloped off fucking Ismaili Sarr at Watford, and I can
Did he
imagine
not
right
back a
now.
hat trick that day?
He lost
was a
his
brace
game
for
this season. Got fucking ripped apart by Hudson-Odoi. He lost 2 seasons ago against Forest at home 1-0, and when the same day United drew to Chelsea, and Trent Alexander-Arnold's at fault.
Conversation, Fred.
How is it not a
What's
conversation?
his name's a right back that's better than Carvalho?
He's not even the best.
Right,
He's not even best Premier League right back.
Kyle Walker's better than him.
Does Trent get in Man City's team over Kyle Walker?
I think.
So
Pep
does Trent
Guardiola-
South for England?
What?
Trent South for England.
That's a whole. You know, for a fact, that's a different
Well, Kyle
conversation.
Walker's England's right back.
Tuchel will start Trent. Of course he will. Mate, Trent was playing left back last
Yeah,
game.
but Tuchel will probably start Walker in a 3-back.
Ben White's better than Trent.
Ben White will probably come into the team now because he hasn't played for England.
Reece
and-
James, when he was fully fit, and this is really going back a bit, but Reece James, when he's
Talk about
fully
this every
fit.
episode.
No, we don't.
We have talked about Trent in the last two. haven't we?
No,
I'll
we've
give
talked
you the
about
remember.
Trent. We've spoken about Trent in one of the first
Because we
episodes.
hate him.
And the middle one. And then
I don't even hate the fella, but I don't like the fella. But I just think he's not
He'll
a
go to
good
Madrid.
footballer.
He'll go to Madrid next year, anyways, and it'll be a whole different conversation when he's
Yeah,
won,
I'll love
won
him
everything
there.
in the Prem, and he'll.
I love
go
him at
and win it.
Madrid.
Yeah,
If he's
Mate.
away from you stinky
man,
spouses.
putting balls in that in Mbappe, but Bellingham in behind Vinicius Junior.
He'd be
rather
better
There's a
than-
reason why he's
rather
going
than
to Madrid.
Darwin
There's a
Núñez.
reason why Trent Alexander-Arnold is going to Madrid, and Wan-Bissaka is going to sit at bloody Hull City in 3 years. There's a reason. There's a reason. I'm actually getting a bit pissed off, if I'm honest. And this shouldn't be. There's a reason Wan-Bissaka will be at Hull City in 4 years, and Trent's at Real Madrid. Tell me that is not true.
Yeah, but my point was that as a fullback, you have to defend your man, and Trent can't do that.
And I'm saying that the
But
whole right
when he
back
goes to La
position-
Liga, who's he fucking defending? Who's he defending? He's defending fucking
Plumbers.
some
Spanish.
Don from down Botchegate. That's who he's defending.
Yeah,
Whereas it's a different ball game in the Premier League and the
Big up
Champions
Botchegate.
Of
League.
course it is, but he's still proven himself then.
I'm sorry, right, but
Imagine how good he is
he's
in the
lucky
Prem,
he'll
and then
be
he's gonna
joining the team that Mbappe's on, because when he's played against any talented left winger, he's been absolutely ripped apart. Tell me a right back. Tell me a winger he has locked down. You can't.
There's not a
You
point.
can't.
Well, tell me then, how is in terms of the right back that he plays right back, and
Yeah.
there's wingers obviously do him in every single time. But then how many times has he done in their left back, and then put a cross in, and then we've scored?
It's
exactly the
it's
same
almost
point.
as similar as a midfielder, right? You can create as many chances as you want, but if you
Yeah.
misplace one pass and they get on a counter attack and score,
Yeah, well,
it's your fault. Doesn't matter. Oh, but I've created
Do you not
15
think
chances.
that's so
Who
British
gives a
though? Do you think
fuck?
that's really, really British though, that we just dwell on the negative things? You don't think that's a
No, it's. I don't like using statistics when I'm thing, but if you look at the fucking eye test and you also use the statistics to back it up, Trent can't defend.
No, you can't.
It costs you too many games. And in my opinion, I have said this, in this day and age, with the teams like Manchester City will run you over, you cannot afford to lose more than 4 games. How many games have City lost in the last in the league? How many games?
We'll see 31st of November. Whatever. We'll see when the crack is when City walk all over us. We'll see that because I mean I doubt very much that they will. But it's one of them, innit? Because Trent will play right back and we won't get walked over by City.
I wait for
I can't wait.
Doku to absolutely.
I think Doku's shit, but Doku would run him ragged.
Ooh, that's a one. I wish I said about Doku recently.
Oh, he's
I like
shit.
him. I think he's an
I think he's
Traore with them.
Yeah, I think that's so do I.
Not good enough. Not good enough.
Not
Not seen that guy on
City. Do you think he's in the City?
Not seen that guy on Twitter
He's in
though.
the City team.
What?
He's in the City team. He comes on and he's so.
Yeah, but he was also bought for 80 million. If we bought Doku for 80 million, he'd be
Anthony.
No, but I'm just saying, if we bought Doku for 80 million using United team,
That's the thing
we'd
about
be
City, though.
absolutely ripped apart.
It's not
like
spoken
Anthony's
about.
been
It's
ripped
not
apart.
spoken about because they're doing well.
Yes,
Haaland
exactly.
scores 3 and then Doku scores 1, but because Haaland scores 3.
Because he's still in the system. Doku doesn't start. He only starts the shit games when they're rotating. When he goes to big games, Doku doesn't get played.
It's a good rotation to be able to have.
If you
because we've got
imagine
different.
if you're
play styles.
wealthy enough and in a good enough position that you can play against. We said this recently, Luke. We said Arsenal could do with players that can come on and play against Leicester at home, and that is exactly what Doku is.
It's like an Adama Traore. He'll just run.
He'll score 4 against Leicester, and then he'll be brilliant, nice one.
No,
And then he'll
not
get
good enough.
retired. Okay,
Look,
fine.
look at him. He got locked down in the FA Cup final against Wan-Bissaka.
Scott.
Yeah, he's got that was very much Onana's fault.
I mean, I family scored a goal.
Yeah, no, but everyone said how much fucking Wan-Bissaka locked him out. You're still done for 45 minutes.
It was the right centre back that day. It was his fault. It wasn't Wan-Bissaka's.
No, it was Onana's fault because he went.
No, but he shouldn't be able to.
You know
have
how
that
much
shot
I like
away on the edge of the box.
Wan-Bissaka? What time were we on, by the way? I absolutely love Wan-Bissaka. I think he's pretty brilliant.
Nearly 10. Nearly 10.
I meant the time, as in how long's on the video.
33 minutes, pal.
Yeah,
but
well, that was an absolute.
We'll finish off with a couple more conspiracy theories and let us know in the comments, please, if any of these you've thought, oh my word, like Arsene Wenger, Arsenal, because I mean that is a crazy one. For you.
Fernando and Fernandinho
are the same
person.
Remember packing them boys on FIFA?
You fume.
Choupo-Moting agent blackmailed Bayern and PSG.
Yeah.
Must be P Diddy scheme.
Yeah, this is
Timo Werner is pretending to be a football player.
I'll tell you, right? You know, like some of the people who play in Sunday League, right? Surely they striker.
Oh, mate,
you put him in a good.
Us
you put him in a good team.
today. Watching fucking Carlisle playing. Honest to God, and I'm like, oh, they're footballers, you know.
Yeah.
Belgium never had an actual left back, a natural left back.
I remember Thomas Mooney. Must have been Thomas Mooney, like playing left back.
Who's a right back though?
Yeah, I know. They don't have a.
I could not name yet. That fucking what's his face? He played for was it Ajax or someone I think. But yeah, I can remember. This is literally me being a little dweeb. FIFA, when you have to do like an SPC and you need a Belgian left back, you could not get a Belgian left back.
Oh, you're right.
It was like a one bronze rare that cost like 10k.
Maybe Roberto Martinez was the first to do the inverted fullback then.
Yeah.
We've got one to finish with, Luke.
Just having a deeks.
Having a gander.
Here's a good one. People with the surname Dembele have a 99.9% chance of playing professional football.
Yeah.
There is a lot like Usman
Karamoko,
Musa. Yeah.
There'll be more than that.
Probably.
No.
And they're all absolutely rapid as well, by the way. They're all absolutely
I don't know, Musa Dembele was not quick like.
He was.
He floated.
He was rapid.
No, he wasn't quick, he floated with the ball.
He was rapid.
He glided.
Right.
How many of them are French as well?
Before they get into bats, that's the end of another football episode. Another one. This will be out on the Saturday, so big thank you to Soccerworld once again for letting us use the space.
Sorry, socials are in the link in the description.
Yeah, as always, all socials for Nathan's coaching, Soccerworld, our Instagram, our TikTok and whatnot. More social media posts going out later this week too. And there should be another podcast out on Tuesday if you're listening. Well, if you're listening on Saturday or the Sunday.
And let us know, because for trials for the 5-side team as well. Crackin Up FC.
Dad.
Crackin'
One,
Up
two,
FC.
three. 1, 2, 3.
I
Down
absolutely-
Charlton,
Down
playing-
Soccerworld,
Yeah,
Monday,
down Soccerworld.
Monday night leagues.
Monday night leagues.
Get
We'll
us
be doing
in it.
that.
Crackin' Up FC.
Crackin' Up FC. So let us know because we need
Yeah.
some good players.
I'm
A
ready.
goalie and all, please. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys.
Ta.
Thank you.